a tour of the place I called home for about 20 years, 90 Pinewood Drive. Our neighbors, the Torontos and the Bartolotas. This is the tree that in May gets full bloom and we would take a family picture under every year. The staircase that we would anxiously wait at the top of the stairs so that we could come down Christmas morning and get our gifts. They would always be sitting there with their legs hanging over the edge. Apparently, Aunt Cece thought that she was an acrobat, as she says she was badass. This was my room when we first moved in, then became Kaylee's room, who painted all these paisleys on the wall. I chose this room when I was 5 years old because it had a laundry chute. If you can hear my mom yelling in the background, that was typical here at 90 Pinewood Drive. This room, which is now my son's room when he comes to visit, used to be the office. My girlfriends and I would be up till all hours when we first got the internet, sitting on the computer and going into little chat rooms and instant messaging all of our friends. We'd have to hook up into the old phone line, AOL. This is the bedroom that Kaylee and Courtney once split, and as I became a teenager, I kicked them out of here to become my room because it's the largest room in the house. So my high school years were in this room. Posters used to be plastered all over the wall of Dave Matthews Band. And it was the coveted room because it had air conditioning. We would all have slumber parties in here on the hottest nights. The window that Courtney, who was 8 years younger than me, would always spy out to see my friends at the bonfire. She so desperately wanted to join us. My parents' room, where we all would wake up on the weekends and come in to watch cartoons. Their walk-in closet, which my husband, at the time, a guy I was dating at 16 years old, hid when he wasn't supposed to be here. The dining room where all of our holiday meals were spent. This is the window that Kaylee and Courtney constantly waved at everybody as they walked by or came home. It had a whole wall that was a mirror. Courtney used to talk so much that everyone would tell her to shut up and she'd come in here and just start talking to herself. The kids would always wave to anybody that walked by, or when you came home, they'd be running to the window to say hello. This is the family room. When I grew up, it was all wooden panels, very 70s look. The fireplace that we probably only used 5 times in the whole 25 years that they lived here. The living room, which nobody was ever allowed to come in and sit, except Kaylee, of course, who played the piano. This actually served as the playroom when we first moved into the house. The downstairs bathroom. This window is forever known as the window where we had some of my friends from high school sneak out of to go down to the bars. The basement, which is now an awesome entertainment room, at the time when I was growing up, was simply concrete. It had saloon doors, very 70s paneled. Many high school parties down here, hanging out with friends. We would have loved it if it looked like this back then. The wine cellar. Again, this has been redone since I was a kid. When I was down here. This was more like a dungeony jail with red jail doors at the entrance. The laundry room in the basement. At one point, probably when I was in 3rd grade, we had an exchange student that we tried to do laundry together, and it overflowed with bubbles and flooded the whole basement. The storage room part of the basement. I always felt like I was going on a treasure hunt when I would come in here and find all different things from when I was a child or even when my mom was a kid. I would always find some cool stuff in here. And when I got my own house, this was one of my shopping places to find some stuff. The Florida room for summer parties. I remember our exchange student Catalina and Daniela, they would be teaching us the La Macarena when they would have their friends over. The backyard, which is now a nice little oasis, but when we moved in there was all grass. This deck was just a cement platform with a little old-fashioned gas grill. When I was about 16, 17, I had a huge party in the backyard where we had the Dave Matthews tribute band play. Over here we used to have the playground play set with a little clubhouse. That tree we planted, this one here, I planted as a kid, never expecting it to get so big. And this one was just a tiny tree that we had as part of our tree house. Say hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Our last night eating as a family at our house.
And Gigi and Grandpa are leaving.
Which is sad.
Very sad.
So this is the kitchen, where when we grew up it was very 70s style, all brown and gold. They completely redid it just in time to sell it.
That was done in 2013, 4 years ago.
This was originally a window when we moved in, then we put it to a door, and now it's back to a window. These Roman pillars were not here before. It was all wood entrance.
Mediterranean.
I don't think it was Mediterranean, but
And don't even get out. And we're having, and we got 2 cakes, and that's for their last birthday.
just been asked to surrender my key as I lock my house for the last time.
What is this?
The last of the packing. Goodbye, 90 Pinewood.
If I could just come in, I swear I'd leave. Won't take nothing but a memory.